All right, ladies and gentlemen, that, of course, McKinney, Texas. That police officer has been placed on leave. Joining us now is the Malzberg panel. Seton Motley, founder of Less Government, and David Goodfriend, Democratic strategist, former Deputy Staff Secretary to President Clinton. Let me start with you, David. You've seen the video. What's your take on it?
Well, if that were my daughter being pushed to the ground by a police officer, a child, a 14-year-old, I would make it my life's mission to make that police officer's life very uncomfortable. I can't imagine what that girl's father is thinking tonight.
Well, I could tell you. He said it was because she was black. I've seen him interviewed. He stood next to his daughter. His daughter said it was because she was black, and he said it was because she was black. What do you mean you would make your life mission to make his life miserable? What does that mean?
I mean, any red-blooded American man who sees his daughter at 14 years of age manhandled like that by a police officer would be so angry, wouldn't be able to see straight if he's got a pulse. And I do. And I'm angry. Just looking at it, I can't imagine how I would feel.
Well, Seton, Seton, we don't. Yeah, but Seton, we don't know what this girl did, what the people she was with did. That we know that the police officer, they got a call saying that there was fights in progress. We're going to show a video in a second of a scene.
I know, but I want you to say on the air that you think a grown man police officer shoving a 14-year-old girl to the ground like that is appropriate police behavior.
I'm going to tell you that I'm going to tell you. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you that the police officer has a right to do that, David. And thank God they do have a right to do that. We don't. What you wanted me to say? Let me finish. And we don't know why he did it. We do know she didn't obey what he said to do, which was get down. And then we don't know why he felt the need to single her out. Was she fighting with someone before? Was she going to run away and he had to keep track of her?
If you mean to tell me that a grown man police officer with a gun...
David, usually police officers are grown and a kid is a kid. You know, there are kids who kill, kids who rob, kids who murder. I don't know what she did, David. Do you?
I think that police officer, if I were that girl's father, I would want to meet that police officer alone in an alley and give him a piece of my mind.
Well, you'd probably get arrested along with her. Seton, what do you think?
If I were that girl's father, I'd be so mad I couldn't see straight.
Okay, David, Seton?
Well, first of all, she's black, so there's a 70% chance she doesn't have a father.
No, I saw her father. She has a father.
Okay. Second of all, a generation ago, we taught children that if a cop said to do something, we were told to do it. Now, instead of attacking the child for being disobedient and talking back to a cop, and again, we don't know what that is, now we have the parent defending the child being insubordinate to a police officer. That's a problem. Third, we were rushing to judgment. Barack Obama said the police at Harvard acted stupidly, then it turned out Obama had acted stupidly. We don't know what happened here. He's surrounded by a bunch of people. He's telling one of them to get down, to keep tabs and keep an eye on all the rest that are around him. He doesn't know what's happening.
Guys, stay where you are. We're going to pick this up on the other side. And folks, we'll be coming right back with the panel. But first, we want your feedback. Let us know what you think of today's show and possibly the discussion that we're having right now about this. Log on to newsmaxtv.com/comments. newsmaxtv.com/comments and have your voice heard. Don't go away. All right, well, I realize our panel, welcome back, the panel's back, Seton Motley and David Goodfriend. They couldn't see this. This was a fight. There were no cops around, and a parent was trying to break it up. You know, we're talking about what happened in McKinney, Texas, and a police officer who pulled his gun and pushed a girl onto the ground has been placed on leave. Let's go back to the gun, David. Do you believe the officer had a right to pull the gun? Because I'll tell you, Allison Camerata on CNN this morning said of the 2 or 3 males who were then rushing towards the police officer while he was trying to push this girl to the ground, that, oh, they were just sticking up with their friend as if she's in some fantasy world. And Paul Callan, attorney, legal analyst who was on there, said probably the one thing he did absolutely correctly, and this was backed up by John Gilliam, who was here before, followed proper procedure. He felt threatened. There were people charging at him. He was making an arrest, so he pulled the gun, and he holstered it back immediately. Do you believe he had a right to pull the gun, David?
That's not the right question.
What's that?
It's just not the right question.
Well, I'm asking you that question. Did he have a right to pull the gun?
He used inappropriate force. That's the question. Did he use appropriate levels of force?
I'm talking about the gun, not the girl. I'm talking about the gun.
The question is always, did the police officer use appropriate force for the situation? If not, then he did not have a right. So the question has to be, under what circumstances is a police officer supposed to draw a gun?
When he feels threatened.
Circumstances apply
when he feels threatened. You saw the video. You saw the video. Should he have felt threatened?
By a 14-year-old girl in a bikini?
No, not the 14-year-old girl. The others who came to, as we're seeing now, you can't see it, but you've seen this. I'll count right now. Two guys who confronted the cop in his face as he was arresting her. He had to leave the girl on the ground. He pulled out his gun. They ran. He put the gun immediately back. These were people who were charging at him. Is that legitimate to pull your gun?
I did see that part of the video, and I don't believe his life was in danger.
Oh, my God. Seton, what about it, Seton?
Pull out his gun. No.
These cops,
come on, man.
Let Seton go. Let Seton talk. Yeah.
These cops got calls, probably multiple calls from neighborhood parents saying, "Get over here. There's fights. There's problems." They show up on a group of kids. They don't know if they were fighting 10 seconds before they got there. Somebody starts probably mouthing off to the cop. He tries to subdue her. Multiple guys then charge him. It is very convenient and very easy to sit in your chair in your living room and say, "Oh, he wasn't threatened." It's a different situation when you're actually sticking your neck out there trying to restore order to a situation that apparently, and we don't know yet, apparently had very little order going on when they arrived. And it's unbelievably obnoxious to quarterback from the couch while these people are in the
you're quarterbacking right now. You're saying he was justified. How do you know?
Because he felt threatened. That's why he pulled it. Hey, David.
So he can pull a gun whenever he wants.
Whenever he feels, David, whenever he feels threatened, he could pull a gun. You're absolutely gosh darn right. That's the way it is.
Procedure. You don't know police procedure.
If two guys are charging you and you have a gun, you're not going to pull it, David?
If I'm an officer of the law, given a gun by the state, given a gun by you and me, given lethal force by you and me, there are other rules I live by other than.
Oh, well, I want to hear this. Wait a minute, Seton, don't even. Wait, David, what rule would you live by? I want to hear it.
The procedures that every police officer must live by under the law today. Proportionate response.
You know what? You guys make me laugh on the left. And you're probably the first one saying, those cops in Baltimore, they better do their job. They better not lay back. They better enforce the letter of the law. And now when a guy feels threatened by two thugs or two people that could be thugs in his mind while he's trying to arrest someone, they're interfering with him arresting and doing his duty, and they're charging him, and one is in his face, and he pulls a gun, you say, oh, he had no right to pull a gun.
The key words that you just said, and they're really important because they reflect your conservative worldview. In his mind.
That's how a cop operates, my friend. That's how a cop operates.
It's the only thing that matters. And it's not what matters in a nation of law.
No, but you got it wrong. So, David, you think he broke the law?
Well, we'll find out when he's
There's no question that he broke the law. Nobody's saying he broke the law by pulling his gun. My God, he has every right to, and thank God he does.
The police force clearly took him off the force. Why did they do that if he's so innocent?
Pending an investigation. Seton, final word.
That's the procedure. You take him when there's something under investigation. You're sat down for a little bit. That's nothing. That reflects nothing on what he did and how he handled the situation.
David, you might want to advise Mayor de Blasio, because he's letting New York City go to hell in a handbasket, and he doesn't want any more cops, and he wants to decriminalize criminal activity. So it sounds like you'd fit right in. Daniel Pipes is next. Thanks to the panel.